Was that the first time you would have met Tim Dwight?
Yeah, that was the first time I met Tim, and he's an awesome dude. And he told me to stay in contact, and I'll be in contact with him for a while now. So.
Have you seen some of his old game video, either
Yeah,
high school or college?
yep. Me and Coach Woods have watched film with him here, so I've already been studying him, and I mean he was a beast too. So.
That's funny you say you and Coach Woods have watched. Is he a guy who Coach Woods used as an example for return guys, like
Yes.
For the last 10 years or however long he's been here?
For sure. And he's my build too, really short guy, short, fast guy. So his film's been really good to watch and kind of learn how he did stuff. So.
Again, I guess could you just walk me through your decision to come back and play another year?
Yeah, well, I just felt it was my best decision to come back, and I really wanted more receiver film as well. So that's the plan for this year, and hopefully it'll pay off. So.
If you had time to just kind of reflect on, you started a community college and then you
Yeah.
had the season that you had last year. Could you just
Yeah.
talk about maybe some of those reflections?
For sure. I mean, I had a big reflection moment when I was just giving the speech at the Jet Awards ceremony, and I had a bunch of coaches there from Iowa Western, and it was just kind of cool to get back with those guys and really realize where I came from and how I got to this point. So it was just cool to kind of realize that again. So.
You talk about getting more receiver film. Is that something you've been getting a lot of in spring practice? Have you been getting a lot of reps at receiver right now?
Yeah, for sure. So that's been going good so far. So I just got to capitalize and transition it to the fall. So.
Did you get a chance to talk to Tim Dwight at the Jet Award?
Yep. Yes, I did.
What was that like?
It was
Have you met
awesome.
him before?
Yes. I went to his camp before. I'd never met him, so that was the first time meeting him, and it was just awesome to talk to him. And we were talking ball, and he told me to stay in contact. So, yeah.
Does it feel weird to be one of the older guys in our team?
Yeah, they all call me Grandpa, so that's awesome because I used to call Nico Reganey that. And it's kind of all falling back on me now, so I don't know. It's a good time being around with all the guys.
I know you were asked about it leading up to the bowl game, but are you on scholarship now?
Yeah,
officially?
yep. I was on after the bowl game, so.
What was that? Just how did you find out about it, and what was that kind of like?
Coach Fearns just called me after the game, and he just told me I earned it, and it was really the phone call. And I just told him I appreciated it and ready to do work this year. So.
You had a lot of fans also advocating for you to be on
Yeah.
scholarship.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I didn't really get too involved with that, but it's just kind of funny to see everybody talking. I had a bunch of friends said it too. I'm like, just relax, guys. Everything will fall in place. So.
When you reflect on your journey and getting to the scholarship, I mean, you worked for everything that you earned.
Yeah.
What do you think? What now do you think about just your journey?
I mean, I appreciate all of it, and I mean, being a walk-on, that kind of motivated me even more, so I'm kind of glad I came in as a walk-on and pushed me to be even better and eventually got to this position. So.
What more do you want to do as a wideout this year? Contributing to reset.
Sure, I'm trying to push this unit to be the best it's been in a while, and I think we've got all the guys, and if we can put all the pieces together, we should be really special this fall.
Ken, what's kind of the emphasis from Tim Lester here, and for some of the guys that are in the second year of the offense, what are just some of the talking points, things you guys are working on?
Just moving to the next step. Last year was all implementation and everything, and even the fall we were still learning some new things, and now everybody knows the system, and it's really just building on that, watching coverage and kind of learning to switch the routes mid-coverage or whatnot. So it's just really the second step, and I think we've been doing a great job so far this spring, but we still have a long ways to go. So.
I mean, what's new in the passing game this time around?
It's really just kind of like I said, like recognizing coverage, and we have routes that it can change depending on what coverage. So just learning all the coverages and knowing, just getting familiar with everything, and that'll help us really take a next step this fall.
Iowa has kind of a funny reputation for being a location where specialists really thrive. There are in a lot of programs where punters are known around the city, but obviously have that here in Iowa City. Now return specialist, a guy like you who now is probably a household name for a lot of Hawkeye fans. Have you adjusted to that, or has that been different? Have you noticed a big difference from like a year ago to where you are now, where people are just recognizing you around town a lot more?
I've noticed a couple places going out to eat or whatnot, people wanting pictures it's awesome, and I know we've got a bunch of dudes in the room who I know will get the same stuff after me. We got a lot of special guys, so hopefully push them to get all the recognition as well.
Has the scholarship situation
Yeah,
resolved itself?
Yep. Got one after the bowl game, so it was
You
pretty
did?
cool. Yep.
How exciting was that?
It was awesome, man. And I was kind of hoping it would happen, kind of expecting it, but we were talking about it early. All the people on media giving him crap. It was all funny to watch, but yeah.
So we put some pressure on him? Is that-
Yeah. So appreciate you guys. But yeah.
I think you said something about after the game. Was it right after the actual Music City Bowl that Ferentz called you in and said you were on scholarship, or how long after?
It was about a week after the
Okay.
game. I was actually out eating with my buddies at the table, and I got a call from coach. I was like, "Yeah, I better take this one here," and then told them. But yeah, it was a cool experience.
How'd you tell your parents or your family?
I just texted them all, and they were all super excited. And they're like, "Yeah, let's go out to eat and have a good time." But yeah.
Okay, by the end of the season, teams weren't kicking to you as much. Do you feel like
Yeah.
there's room for improvement in that area of your game too?
Well, I'm hoping they don't do it next year. I'm kind of expecting it, but I mean, when they do kick it, hopefully make them pay. So
Are you guys seeing growth in the pass game? Where
Yeah.
you guys are making more plays
sure.
this spring than last spring? Is that just repetitions? Is it?
it all comes with repetition. I was telling them last year was all implementing the new offense and still learning stuff in the fall. And now everyone knows what we're doing now, and it's kind of taking the next step and developing each route depending on coverage and whatnot. So it should be pretty good this fall.
What have you seen from Sam Phillips transfer?
He's a good dude. He's super fast. He's just like me. So good to have another guy like that in the offense who can do stuff.
When you talk about wanting to improve in the receiving game, like what are things you're specifically working on to try to make those steps?
Just developing as a receiver itself. Releases, routes, and everything. There's always room to improve, and all of us have. We got a bunch of improvements to make, and I mean, where we are right now, I'm pretty excited to see how far we can go in the fall.
So I found out a week after the bowl game. So I was home in Michigan. I was going to come back just to train for pro day, and then I get an email that says I got another year eligibility. Call Coach Hodge, tell him, and so we had the conversations with me and him and Coach Ferentz the next couple days, and then it kind of came down to what my mom told me. She's like, "Do what you love as long as you can do it," and so doing that, like, I love being a Hawkeye. I love my teammates. I love the culture here, and I care about it too. So why wouldn't I come back for another year?
And as far as you kind of moved back and forth since you arrived on
Yeah.
campus, when Brian was the OC,
Yep.
you were more of a fullback,
Yep.
you could kind of go to age or
Yeah.
whatever. Now you're more of a tight end
Yeah.
edge. How has that role changed for you? And you kind of
Yeah.
played it before
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. No, last year I was mostly H-back, doing a lot of like standing up and like moving around. Right now in spring, we're all playing everything. We only have 5 of us at tight end right now. So the numbers, like it stinks, but it's also like really good for practice because we're getting a bunch of reps. I'm putting my hand down, running routes more than I ever have. So it's just a blessing.
What's the offense like now? Year 2, your familiarity with it, everybody's familiarity
Yeah.
with it, and how much more is it advancing to
I
what
mean,
it was?
I think Coach Lester can use his imagination more than he ever had, as well as like the way we're practicing our fundamentals and details more. We can hone in on that because once you know what to do, you can learn how to do it, and that's what can separate okay offense to a great offense. So we're all really excited about it.
I know the verbiage in the Shanahan offense, whether it's at this level or
Yeah.
up in the NFL, I was kind of say it's football German
Yeah.
because it's like 15 words
Yeah.
long, and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
how long did it take you to kind of grasp it and translate it into, okay, this is what I need?
I feel like it was easier last year. So the guys coming in this year might be more difficult, but last year we had to take it really slow because we were all learning it at the same time. But I mean, it's actually really simple once you just take it day by day, like word by word, and then you just listen. You just have to make sure the quarterback uses their big boy voice and we can hear it actually.
Do you anticipate this year? Are we going to see you a lot more tight end than fullback? Or I mean, as you talked about having only 5 guys in the room, I imagine that we'll probably be seeing you catch more passes.
I mean, I'm okay with anything they have me do. I don't know right now just because spring, like how's it going to work in the season. There's a long way to that. But I will say, like, as 5 of us, we're all doing everything. So it'll be exciting to see what happens.
What's your relationship been like so far with some of these new quarterbacks that are coming in with either Hank or Mark or?
Mark's one of my best friends. Me and Mark hang out a lot. I'll tell you a funny story actually.
Okay.
So first day of winter, okay, I'm pulling into our parking lot and I see this big blue Chevy pickup, okay. I'm like, who the heck is this? Because we all know each other's cars. And I look behind the license plate. It says SDSU National Championship QB11. I'm like, get out of here. So then first thing I walk in the locker room and I see him. I'm like, first time I ever met him, I'm like, I wonder what truck's yours. And he looks at me and laughs. And so like he knows how to like take crap. And so I love him. He's like brother to me already. I met his girlfriend 2 weeks ago. Great people, and I can't say enough good things about him. And then Hank as well. Hank came in here a winter, so he was here for that bowl prep. And I just see Hank working really hard, trying to build relationships. He's more of like a quieter guy right now, but I can't say enough good things about Hank as well.
I can imagine with Mark, I mean, you played in that part of the world too.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
You know, but coming from, I mean, had to take everything from the ground up. I mean, he wasn't really heavily recruited.
Yeah.
It was SDSU, which is a great
Yeah.
FCS program.
Yeah.
It's still FCS.
Yeah.
And then coming here, he's got that humility, but also seems to have that confidence and
Yeah.
swagger that I can get the job
Yeah.
done. How's that rubbed off on you guys?
I think a chip on her shoulder, I would say, is kind of like how he's carrying it, you know, like how he added a go to SDSU. He did incredible things at SDSU, but now he kind of has a chip like, hey, I'm going to show the world that I can do it at the highest level of college football too. And I think our whole team has that. Like, we want to prove things, we want to do things that we've never done before, but that's going to start day by day, fundamental by fundamental. Like, we know the process is long, so we just got to take it day by day.
That seems to be kind of a hallmark of this program. It has been forever.
Yeah.
I mean, in your case, you know, hey, it was Bruce State, right? Where you were before.
Dordt University.
Dordt. I'm getting mixed up.
No, you're good.
All right. But coming from, you know, an NII
Yeah.
school to hear that there is that, I want to prove what I can do, and
Yeah.
then he's doing the same thing. And
Yeah.
then a lot of people are 3-star recruits
Yeah.
that, you know, Ohio State didn't get
Yeah.
or whatever. So how does that kind of help you guys build the momentum or the mental outlook on improving every day, because that's ultimately what you're trying
I just think it makes us think of like where nothing's given in life, so everything you have to work for. And I think that's just the mindset of the team. We're just going to work and we're going to see what happens with that, but we're not going to take a day off, because a day off means you're not maximizing your opportunity. That's just wasting what we have here.
Coach, you talked about how smart Mark is. He's an engineering guy. But have you seen that in him? Or
Yeah, he's a nerd. 100%, he's a nerd. I'll say that right now in public. He's a nerd. But nah, but usually you think of when people are nerds, they're not like social. But he's a great social guy. Like, it's fun to hang out with and everything. But no, it's impressive what he's done in academics too. I think that's not as probably out there about him, but I think it's pretty cool what he's done in academics as well.
Did you have any mutual relationships or anything with you being from? I mean, not from.
We-
but playing in Sioux Center and
Yeah.
him not far away.
We know a lot of similar people.
Okay.
So a little bit. Well, I've been to Brookings a couple times, and he's been down to like Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So we kind of know some similar people.
I feel like a lot of people don't know like kind of the nuts and bolts of how to get better as a fullback. Like, can you just kind of explain like?
I don't know if I'm the one to explain that, but I'd say what Coach Hodge has taught me is you gotta have a mindset of doing whatever the team needs to do, staying low, and just going as hard as you can every play.
Did you ever watch like College Game Day, Lee Corso?
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah.
Because today he announced he's only doing one more, and
Oh, damn.
he's shutting it down at the age 90.
Yeah.
So he's up there.
Yeah.
What's kind of maybe your memory of him? You know, putting on a helmet or putting on.
I think I spent a lot of time with my dad just watching football. I think of us sitting on the couch Saturday morning after we play like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., like Saturday morning little kid football. Saturday morning, then coming back and watching some football with my dad. And I remember Lee Corso put on helmets and stuff. I don't know, just kind of emotional because I just think of my dad.
It just seems, you know, he's so iconic. He's been doing this almost 40 years.
Yeah.
And he was a coach before that.
Yeah.
What do you think of him as just kind of a personality?
I just respect him. I think what he's done for college football, what he's done as a human being, like how he operates, and he's a class act in everything he does. I think he's made college football more entertaining too. Saturday mornings before games, people look forward to that. I know we do too. Like if we're playing a night game or something, we'll watch it in the hotel and stuff. I enjoy it.
What's this done for you and your dad's relationship with you now playing college football? That was a big part of your
Yeah.
Your history growing up. Now he gets
Yeah.
to watch you on the field.
Yeah, my dad's pretty great about it. So at Dordt was a 12-hour drive from where I am from Michigan. He missed one game, and that was in Oklahoma because he had COVID, and he hasn't missed one Iowa game either for this will be my 6th year. Holy cow, I'm getting old. But this will be my 6th year, and he's only missed one game.
Wow.
So if that says anything about my dad, yeah,
That's a lot of driving.
a lot, driving, flying, but
Yeah.
he's the man.
Has it brought you two closer together through that, even though you're living farther apart?
I think about our relationship, football is a big part of it, but like we're also like friends, and like if football is the only thing in a relationship, I feel like it's not a great relationship. You have to have some connection outside of that. So yeah.
What's it been like for you to translate
Yeah.
from
Nice seeing you.
fullback in the past offense to now
Yeah.
back to tight end and finding yourself as a fixture as part of the group? And you've seen a lot of guys leave.
Yeah.
And now you're being called upon to step up. Like, what's this all been like?
I think it's just you just have to take it day by day, like I said, and just keep working. You never know what's going to happen, and I think it's an opportunity, especially right now because there's only 5 of us, to just get a lot of reps, learn the position, and just hone in on our details. So it's a good opportunity.
In spring practice, you're coming in as a sophomore now. What have you been kind of working on this year?
Yeah, just really getting comfortable in the offense, learning like how to do things instead of like what to do. So it's been really fun to go in the spring just to have time to work on like all the little details and stuff like that, and have that time to just really improve my craft and get into it every day and improve. So.
Does it also feel like you guys have to start over a little bit now that you have, Brendan's gone and Cade's gone, that you have some new quarterbacks in the room where it's like, all right, now we've got to learn the systems of a few new guys with Hank and with Mark coming in?
Not really, no. As far as different guys throwing the ball, we definitely have that. But as far as us executing, we still need to do what we need to do, be in the right spot at the right time. So it hasn't been too much of a difference for us. We just continue to execute. So.
What would you just say you learned from last season?
I learned a lot from last season. I mean, I was kind of a deer in the headlights for most of that season, but just to have that experience is really important. To have that game experience was really awesome. I was really blessed to be in that position, and this year I'm definitely looking forward to putting that into work and keep working hard, keep improving every day, get out there again and go make some plays.
You didn't look like a deer in headlights against Illinois State.
Yeah.
What was looking back on that game like? I don't know. What do you just kind of remember from that?
It was crazy. Yeah, I did not expect it to be like that. But it was fun. After that, it was a good rest of the season. So yeah, it was fun.
From what you can share, just the injury you dealt with, like how did it happen, and what was just that kind of recovery process?
It was just an overtime thing. Probably wasn't ready to have as much of a load as I had in the season. That's all it was. So, but it was good recovery. I'm back to full health now. So,
What's clicked for you this spring?
I'll just say being able to keep that same mindset of just room for improvement always. We're always working to get better at anything there is. Even if it's a good practice, we still go back on the film, look back and see what there is to fix.
What's the comfort level now with this offense? Second year with your position coach, second year with Tim Lester, and what kind of growth have you seen year over year? Maybe where you were 2 years ago when you first went.
Oh yeah, so this being the second year, I can definitely see dudes are way more comfortable in the offense, stuff like that. And even with the installing plays, being able to put different flavors on the same type plays is real nice for us. It's a way to get to the same play, but it just looks different for the defense. So it's great for us.
As far as it's been a bit of grind in this offense, but especially for you, you're probably frustrated you didn't get to play very much because of your injuries. Do you see that light coming? Like, okay, things are really clicking in the passing game, or is it still a work in progress? It's going to take some time.
Yeah, I feel like this year we're going to be doing some things that probably has never been seen before in a while. So this offense is very explosive, and I feel like we've been making plays all year.
It sounds like the defenses, a couple people I've talked to have said they're giving us a hard time this spring, which maybe hasn't happened for a while. Do you feel that too? I mean, is it a back and forth?
They'll never say that to my face. I know how they are. So we've been competing all spring for sure, though. So yeah, it's been a battle.
How much of a relationship do you have with Mark Gronowski at this point? I mean, he's not throwing practice necessarily, but how have you worked together?
Oh yeah, I mean, he's a cool dude. He's humble. I've talked to him a lot of times. We're always together, so that's my guy.
What has clicked with the offense this spring?
Clicked? I just feel like
click for you?
For me, I've been playing football my whole life, so I feel like just staying on that same mindset of trying to always improve, always look for progression and things like that. So I feel like a lot of young guys came along. A lot of the older dudes are pushing the younger guys, and we're just all clicking together. That's what it is.
How big is it for you to be healthy right now?
I mean, yeah, that's the biggest thing. So staying healthy, being able to be out there is the best ability.
Do you feel like you're progressing more with the offense because you've been able to be on the field?
Oh yeah, I mean, as long as I'm out there, I'm always going to find a way to improve. For real.
And then you had to catch passes from a bunch of different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
What's sticking out for Hank Brown?
Hank's a dog. I mean, he's been making plays all spring. I really trust him back there. He's a good dude.
What's your focus been kind of this offseason heading into next season?
Focus, just self-improvement, because if everybody focuses on improving themselves, we all improve as a team. That's what I think.
Just great.
How's spring overall going for you?
Good. It's fun. Opportunities, just competing against each other, getting better, getting a lot of reps, and really able to like focus on details, which has been real nice. Not really game planning, but we all got fundamentals and stuff we got to work on. So it's just a great opportunity for that.
Caden was telling us year one of this offense was a lot of implementation. Now it's more so enjoying kind of building off it. What's that process been for you as a whole?
It's been nice, just getting more comfortable with plays and formations and what we're thinking. And now, once you're able to understand your position, you're able to think a little bit deeper and more as the offense as a whole. So really just getting comfortable with offense and what other guys are doing too. You're really able to work together and kind of being on the same page with everyone's helped a lot. Communication's gone up now that we're repeating plays that we did last spring and last season. So we're all seeing stuff a little better. So yeah, it's been really good in that way.
Any big takeaway after just last year that really stuck with you that you're taking into this year?
Big takeaway? I think we did a good job last year offensively, just sticking together. We're getting back to work. Good game, bad game. I think we just kept getting back to it and staying as a unit, and I think that can go a long way. There were some times I guess we could have done a little bit better last year, but I think being on the same page offensively, that'll go a long way this year if we can continue that as we did last year.
What are those areas of improvement that stand out to you?
I mean, last year we were kind of first year with that offense, so I guess now, like I was saying earlier, just like everyone being on the same page, everyone working together and understanding what everyone else is doing, that'll help. And we've been seeing that a little bit in spring. Just like I said, the communication's been going up, and that's just helping offense as a whole. When you're hearing more stuff and more input from everyone, that's just building a library in your head of what could possibly happen and what to do off that. I mean, that's just really good. And as we're getting that experience, that'll help.
Is this kind of a new experience this year with getting to know quarterbacks? Because now Brendan's gone, and you've got Mark Bronowski coming in, you've got Hank Brown coming in. I mean, a lot of new guys coming into the program. Is there a lot of time where you, as pass catchers, are having to get to know these new QBs?
Yeah, it's a little different, I guess. I guess it's harder for them, just seeing us break our routes differently. But yeah, just getting to know them and them as a teammate. And so a quarterback, someone who's going to be commanding the huddle has been important. But being out there with Hank, and the newer guys, like even Jimmy, Stratton's still here, but like even those guys, just getting routes with them, all those reps are valuable because when they see your breaks, certainly they know what you're doing, and working on those breaks to make them more clearly for them, that'll always help. And then when you're able to make it more clear for them and you can get open better, then hopefully you're getting the ball more. So it should be a win-win. Just helping them get to know you as a route runner and as a person can always be better.
I feel like the run game was kind of the star last year. How are you hoping the pass game can complement?
Yeah, I think the pass game, it's a little more difficult to get going. But like I said, it's second spring. I mean, we're trying to get our timing better, and that's what getting those reps. And we're not installing new stuff every day like we were last spring, trying to learn stuff. We're more able to go back and watch on us what we did last year, maybe even some install tapes we're still watching. We're able to understand the timing a little better, making these routes a little bit better, doing routes on air and stuff. It's just understanding that timing of it, because once you understand our timing and other people's routes, the pass game should come along.
Iowa has a reputation of being tight end you, but last year there was only one touchdown caught by a tight end as a Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Is there an idea this year that you guys want to get back to that, make sure that you up that total a little bit, get back to double digits or something?
I mean, you got call us tight end you. I mean, yeah, that's great to hear, but I mean, I feel like we still pride ourselves in being multidimensional tight ends. I mean, being able to be reliable in the run game. I mean, that's something you have to pride yourself on to play tight end here, whether you're catching balls or not. Being able to be trusted in the run game and being able to be in 12 personnel and being able to then not have to worry about that we'll get that block done or that we can protect a quarterback if needed in certain pros. And then when our numbers called in the pass game, we have to make the play. So, I mean, those are like the three things that we all focus on. And then wherever that leads to, I mean, we were running the ball really well last year, and Caleb had however many touchdowns. So, I mean, we were good with where the run game was going. But, yeah, we're just out here doing – coaches ask us, and we're just trying to push that standard forward in whatever aspect of the game it is.
Anybody that you're connected with pretty well so far?
Nah, just like everybody for real. Like, I have a good connection with everybody, I feel like, right now.
Talking to people, it sounds like what you were described as was silky smooth. Do you feel like that's the way you play football too?
Yeah, I try to be like pretty smooth in my route running. Like, I'm not like always the fastest, but like I try to make it like people say smooth is fast. So, I just look fast because I'm running smooth.
Where do you play? Where are you playing the most? Like slot, outside?
They kind of had me like in skills and drills. They had me learning like a different position, and now I'm kind of like transferring over to the X. Like I've been kind of like doing everything, just learning the whole playbook, so that come fall I can like do everything for them.
Let's talk about Iowa to you when you were in the portal. Let's talk about what stuck out about Iowa.
Probably just like the discipline. Like as soon as I came here, I can just tell like everything's structured well. The discipline factor, like whenever I was like around like in the community, like probably just like the fan base, like everybody's very passionate. Like you see like Hawkeye like logo is just everywhere. Like, there's no Iowa State stuff. I think I might have seen one Iowa State thing. Like I said.
Then what was their kind of recruiting pitch to you?
Just like this place isn't for everybody. If it's for you, you'll come here. We're disciplined, we're hungry, we're going to work hard, and that's why I came here, because I want to be a part of a program that wants to win.
You were playing with Brennan Sullivan a little bit there, but now you're catch passes from Hank Brown and a mixture of the other guys. What's it been like? What have you seen from Hank so far?
Hank's been striving well. He's been learning the offense really fast. He's been picking up really fast, and I see good things out of him.
Has it been what you expected so far, being here at Iowa?
Yes.
Yeah?
I love it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What do you love most about it?
Probably the structure. Everything's like in place. They got a person for everybody. I feel like coming from FCS, like you don't have like a person in every position. Like we literally have a GA in every position here. I didn't know that was like that. So, you know what I'm saying? You just like you got constant help. If you need anything, like they're gonna get it done for you.